got more radar amplification. I actually don't know if I don't think mining productivity affects this, but it might. And it doesn't sound like the worst thing to try and do. Actually, mining productivity sounds pretty good, especially since if we're going to be moving up to red belts for a lot of our stuff. And of course, we're out of red belts. Yeah. So we're going to do some like manual laying of red belts because we need red belts for we'll need the red belts to bring the supplies to make more red belts. Right. Let's get a little bit of a module thing going. So one thing I also want to get is look at modules. Are you actually? I thought these were needed for like because we want like what's power armor Mark 2. Can't get to Mark 4 because that requires space science yet. Okay, you require speed modules 2. You require efficiency modules 3s. Okay, so but we just want these. We just require 2s. But you require military 4, which requires military 3. Okay, we've been slacking on the military research. Right, that can go to military 4. And that will give us power armor Mark 2. But power armor Mark 2 requires modules. So we'll just set up a little tiny module setup right over down here. How do I want to do this? I typically, okay, I don't like how little space this is. And like, honestly, we have so much gears over here that we don't need this gear line. I'm just gonna set this gear line to be defunct. So right now, I'm just gonna set this up to be making Mark 2s. And I'm not gonna worry about Mark 3s right now. And I may not ever care about Mark 3s, except maybe like I might manually make some productivity Mark 3s for the actual rocket silo. But for power armor, we'll need some speeds. So let's make some speeds, and these will make speed 2s. And we will want the same exact thing, but for efficiencies. And efficiencies are really bad, and you pretty much only use them to make power armor, because you don't care about just making your things use less power, because that's not very useful. We just want to go, essentially they all need the same stuff, except you also need one thing that's nice about bobbles and twist inserters is that you can get like triple long inserters, which is very nice. And we want to push these into the center. And both of these, we will say, hey, you go into a box. Is that what we want? No, it's those requester chests. That is not what we want. We want buffer chests. Oh, and you don't have port range. Let's fix that. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about like requesting these because the likelihood of that they're actually gonna have that many in the system is very low. So how many 2s do we need? We will need some more 2s for Power Armor Mark 3, but the Power Armor Mark 2 requires 25 2s. So we'll just say, hey, 25. And we'll say, hey, copy that over there, and you're going to be speeds. Cool. And actually, low-key, speeds, we can like say, hey, you keep up to like 100, because speeds are actually useful, because we'll use speeds. And these take forever. Like, these are truly astoundingly slow. And we're gonna actually put our first speeds into making more speeds. Just starting by putting some speeds to make some Mark 4 to be making our, I think we unlock the SpaceX tab, which we need to launch satellites for. Alright, so how's this going? Continuing to clear out some land. It's saying that we're not doing great. Oh, this is just draining all of our power. Okay, that's super high power consumption. Okay, so there's something to be said that we may not want to run this all the time because our machines aren't going to be running at, well, yeah, these machines are not running at full capacity. Okay, so I think sort out some power issues is our next goal. So do we want to go more, do we want to actually build solar arrays, or do we want to go, because we could just do like a solar loading station, and that actually wouldn't, you know what, let's go solar. It's easy, it's, yeah, it's easy, it's not that bad to set up. And we'll just build the solar place right here. Yeah. Okay, so solar, we're gonna set up a little setup just like this. So there's two parts to just making a solar array that we need to build here, which is a solar panels, and then the other half, which is accumulators. And we'll bring it, wrap in the, oops, nope, you there. Actually, we need to push you out a little bit more, and let's say, hey, you all go over here, you go there, and offset, cool. Okay, you just require 2 products, so you will go in like that. You require 4 products, so you get the full double lane treatment, and you get to go, oops, not all the way that far, doot. Cool. So this one needs to be iron and batteries. Doot. And, oh, and maybe, nope, forgot to set the other side. And we're flying through some military science. Purposely not having our thing on right now. We're running low on plastic coming through here. Mostly because plastic is used in red circuits, and we use a lot of red circuits. Also, our plastic is still struggling with petroleum, which we need to go over and probably fix shortly. Okay, so that's going to make batteries, and those batteries will come down and we'll make these friends. Cool. Okay, so that's coming in there, and then we need, so which one do they require most of? We need electronic circuits. So this one needs to be electronic circuits, probably. Oops. Doop. And then this needs to be steel and copper. Right, so copper, straight here. Go boop. And steel. How is the rocket silo doing? We've almost cleared it out, despite the power issues, but the power issues have honestly come first. Alright, so you're making that, and well, obviously we're going to make a lot more of these. And actually, I'm gonna have it come this way, so we just have a single thing, and these are going to be just two passive provider chests. And they'll fill up with as many solar panels and accumulators as we want. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna setting up a train to deliver these. Yeah, okay. So we're just going to, actually, this is within the building network, so our bots will do this for us. Woo! And we're just gonna build a lot of these because we need a lot of solar stuff, and more of them is good. Of course, it doesn't have that many red belts, so we gotta do the red belts ourselves. Like many of these things they don't need red belts. Like the alpha belts here don't need to be red. But it's just easier to have everything the same belt type. Like, unless you need it to be slower, it's just easier to just have it all be the same. Okay, so this is creating, we're getting this here. And next we want to actually make a little train. Do we have any engines? Are we requesting engines? I don't think we are, which is bad, because engines are good. Let's just request 5 e-locomotives. Or no, normal locomotives, not electronic ones. We don't need electronic ones. What I'm going to do is we're going to just go to rails. I'm going to say, hey. Build me a train station. And this is going to be a very fancy one because this is where we are going to be setting up some. So solar, what's a good, wait, so this is going to be solar pickup. So this is where it's gonna pick up solar supplies. And we're just gonna say like pure blue, because like pure blue, like it's like solar panel colorish. I don't know. We're gonna give it some of you. We're gonna make sure that has juice. And it really just, it needs 2 cars. Okay, this first one is actually gonna be what goes into it. This is where it picks up our actual solar stuff. So stuff the solar blueprint I use needs is the following. We need solar panels. Let's fill it with lots of solar panels. We need lots of accumulators. And we need substations. That's important. Where are roboports? Roboports. And we need, oh, we don't need cliff explosives because I turn off cliff explosives. That's something that sometimes I need on this. We need radars, specifically these radars. Also, what else do we need for, okay, so, yep, solar. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we'll just say, hey. Yep, actually, honestly don't need 2 stacks of you, so we'll just have another stack of those. And that's all we need. That's absolutely everything we need in the solar. Likewise, this is cargo wagon. This is just going to be junk. This is where all the junk goes. And that's where we're going to use these fancy ones called active provider chests. And they're going to come here and we're going to say, hey, you empty it. And what these say is like, hey, anything in here, get them out of these chests. Put them in storage chests or whatever. I don't want them in my hold. But now then we're going to have some requester chests. And we'll have a couple for these 2 and then like 3 here. So this is going to be like, hey, solar panels, keep like 500. Like we want lots of solar panels. And also this one, accumulators, we also want like 500. Like, just load up the solar stuff. And you're gonna be like, hey, you're gonna have substations. You're gonna be like, hey, keep like 200. And you're gonna be radars, and keep 50 is fine for that. And you're going to be rewards, and you can grab like 20. And I also want to request from buffer chests. And all of you they'll start coming here and start loading onto the train. And this is our solar loading train. So now we gotta go set up where we're going to be dropping off all of our fancy solar stuff. We've also finished our power armor, so yay! Granted, we're probably very far from actually having the stuff to use. Actually, we're actually not that far, but actually no, don't go in there. Alright, we're actually doing a decent job of like making sure like we're getting them made, but we want to make sure that we have enough. Wait, what's the next thing we want? If we weren't kind of like in the middle of a power crisis, we're not in the power crisis now because we turned that off, but if we weren't like imminently having problems with powers, I would look into doing diesel. Server capacity bonus doesn't sound bad. Power Mark 3. Do we just want to go straight for Mark 3? Like, it requires Mark 3 efficiency, like these modules, but I'm honestly kind of happy with my power armor right now, so let's just go for straight for Mark 3s. And let's just like make this very bad system to make. Oh, we need efficiency modules first, and let's research efficiency modules 3 first. So you'll go there, and we'll have a Lonzer going there. Oops, don't need to go there. And you're going to be making use. And we're going to essentially do the same thing here. And you're going to be buffer chests, except you're going to be for Mark 3s. And you're going to be for Mark 3s as well. Cool. Oh, that's not how I want those to be in. You should be like that. And we gotta wait for the efficiency models to actually build, but that's fine. It'll be fine. You're full because you're done there. Alright, cool. This is a terrible system for modules, and this is not how you should build a module setup, so don't look at me. I am a bad influence. Yeah. We're not getting nearly enough to build that, but that is fine. Alright, so let us go set up solar. And where do we want solar to be? Because honestly, it doesn't matter. Thinking actually just like up here, so it doesn't actually have that long for the train to go. Well, actually, that said, that requires us to set up maybe like over here. Yeah, let's do that. Do we have a station in there? Yeah, I think we still do. Okay. So we're gonna head up here to the bus train. We're gonna say, hey, your food count. Oh, bus train. We already had a station there. Okay, hop off right there. Oh, stop putting stuff down. That's not what I wanted to do. And I'm just gonna set up this right here. Actually, now I do need this. Okay, and we're going to just plop you down like that. And I know, if you note over here, our thing's finished, so it's actually like an empty thing, and it wants resources. So that's what we want. That's what we need to do next. But I'm not quite there yet. And I'm just gonna be building over patches left and right for a bit. So if that bothers you, tough luck. We're not building for the long game anymore. I'm gonna bring this up here and just make a little intersection up here. Oh, that's awkward. Alright, we can fix that now. Alright, beautiful. And I'm just actually going to set up the station right here. So we're going to say, hey, oops, into this station like right here. And one thing you should do when you set up solar is like set up like you want to like set your engines to like only run where you don't need the solar. But honestly, I'm not gonna worry about that because I'm not worried about using these resources when we don't need to. That is not on my list of concerns. Right, so I'm just gonna bend this upward. Oops, those are balancers. That's not what we want. Okay, running low on rails, which is fine. Right, so we're gonna put like obviously refueling in here. This first one is going to be, of course, station solar unloading. We're gonna say, hey, train, come to us because I don't want to walk back. Food count, yay. And we'll just plop the signals on here because I always forget to do that. And then when the fueling train comes, we'll be like, why can't I escape? Because you didn't set that right, Lily. Oh, and I'm also missing some stuff down there. So it's like going, oh yeah, it's going all the way down and around and up. That's what we call not ideal. You don't, make sure you actually like finish your train. Maybe we can like make sure it gets finished. Are there any more gaps that I can tell? Not that I can tell, so hopefully you'll go the fast way around this time. Okay, so we want to go to the mall. Please go the right way. Yes, we're going the fast way. With 2 rails to spare. Alright. Bots will spread and come and pick up all the stuff for me. And now we'll head back. we're gonna go back to solar loading. Right, and now let's set it up. So we need a few things. A, we need to set up fueling, because that's important to have. And then we need to set up the actual where we're going to be unloading our stuff. And we need to drop off a bunch of construction bots. That is another thing we need to do. So let's do a fueling real quick. So I'll just grab the refueling station blueprint. Now the refueling station is actually still using the yellow belt, so we should probably update that, but it's easier to just go doot, 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 and doot, doot. Ah! Ooh, almost died. I think that would have been the first death of the game. At least on camera. Right, got all that there, and now we just need our solar loading. And I'm gonna give this a little bit more space. Set you there. Set you there. And we'll say hey. And we said this was like mono blue. And this is solar unloading. Well, draw off. If we're going to be consistent with our terminology. Alright, what do I want to get next? Get radar efficiency. It's not really that useful. I mean, nothing. We're kind of at the point where it's like, none of this is super useful. Let's just like start working. Let's just work towards space science. We can actually like build our first satellite. Alright, so this is solar unloading. So we need some filter stack inserters. Do we have any on us? No, we don't. Also, we can fill out a few things that I know we will need. So, oops. You're there. We will have some stack inserters. This is where we need the filter inserters, but we're going to have some stack inserters right here. And we will going to go and make ourselves kind of iron to make the like big storage warehouses. But that's fine because we don't actually need that. We just need some storage chests. And one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna plop down just like a whole bunch of you. And in case they end up needing them, we'll just plot some down on the other opposite side. Right, and that's fine. We don't really need that much. Then we want some of these passive briar chests, and we're gonna put 2 down. We just need 5. So we'll say, hey, keep 2 stacks of. So this is going to be solar panels and accumulators. This will probably be like, and then 2 of the rest is enough. But we want filter inserters to make sure it only takes out what it wants. And we also need to grab a bunch of construction bots. And there's things that we could just like add our own construction box to like the actual train itself, but that requires more like network stuff to set up, and I don't want to do that. We have these patches where our nanobots have filled out with thread belts. Alrighty. Come along, and we want some filter stack inserters. Let's grab 100. And let's actually send away and put on the hotbar. Right, oh, and also the construction bots we want. Oh, we only have 100, so let's make sure that we can make more. We'll just grab the 100 to begin with, and we'll make some more construction bots, because we need a lot of construction bots. Gonna hop back on the stream, and going to head to soul unloading again. I'm running the enhanced map colors mod, which is nice, which shows us like where we've actually upgraded our stuff. So yellow and red belts, so we can actually figure out where we need to increase it. Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's grab these filter inserters. So you are just going to be for solar panels. You will be for accumulators. You're going to be for substations. You will be roboports, and you will be radars. Cool. Okay, and we can drop off all of the robots here. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start saying this. So this wants to be at solar pickup, and then for some reason it'll eventually come to solar drop off. And an easy thing to do is say like, hey, we're not doing anything, move to the other one, and we'll do that for now. So come to solar drop off, and then we're going to turn you off, and we're going to program it to work properly. And what we're going to do is we're also going to just plop down our first of the solar arrays. And they're these big 3x3 grids. I did not make this, someone else did. I don't want to stop my own personal bots, but the bots will be there. They'll pick up the stuff that it needs to take up, and oops, no, that's not what I want. I want to go like, hey, anything over here, and you'll see it's the excess stuff is going on, and it's going to pick up, and they'll start dropping off what we need. And this lets us be its own separate network without actually dealing with that. So we don't actually want it to just leave when it's inactive. Specifically, we want it to leave when any of its products are empty. Unfortunately, like over all our other ones, there's two things. One, we can't say to just say, hey, when your car goes empty, because like maybe solar panels run out, but we don't need solar panels, we need more accumulators, and that's not good. And also it won't, if there's any junk in here, it won't never register as empty. So we can say, hey, say if item count, say solar panels, is equal to 0, then leave. But we can do this for all of them. But also I also want the inactivity, because there's a weird thing. If you want and clauses, you have to do the and clause for every single one. So we're also going to have say item count accumulators equals 0 and inactivity. And let's set that to be an and. So it'll be like, it wants either of these conditions, and we're going to do these conditions for every single one. So you're going to be item count, roboports equals 0. Give me inactivity, and you're going to be an and. We're going to say item count substation equals 0. And inactivity, and finally item count radar equals 0 and inactivity. Now there is a problem with this, because if it has any sort of junk in here, it'll consider that to be like, it'll consider that to be like if it say for some reason we pick up a radar, it'll say like, hey, there's a radar here, and even if it doesn't it needs radars, it won't go back because it thinks that like it has radars, and well, it doesn't work. There's a few ways to go there. So we could make this a logistics like car, but we're not gonna do that. But So that is a problem. The best way to deal with that is actually make these two different trains, make a junk train and make it one loading train, but we're doing it in one because we're lazy. So that's great. And then we'll go back to the solar pickup and we'll wait for 5 seconds activity. We don't necessarily want that though. So I'm actually going to say, hey, wait for fluid count, which is essentially saying never leave. And we'll configure that once this comes back. Because, oh, it's not a manual. So now it's missing everything and it's not moving anything. So we'll say it to automatic and the inactivity sliders will go. And it'll head back, and it'll look to pick up everything else. And we're going to catch it back at the mall. And it's gonna yell at us a bunch because we are slightly faster than it. So now at this end it will load up all the junk and the junk will go into our big junk chest. And we'll put everything away. So essentially this says 16 times 50. Let's do some math. Math. Calculator, so 16 times 50. So it needs, okay, so we're going to do a very similar thing, but we want, essentially to be full. And we don't care about inactivity on this side. So say, hey, we want, also we're just going to turn you off. And we want to say, hey, item count, solar panels equals 800. And we're going to say, hey, item count, do capacitors equals 800. Item count. Okay, also one thing to get the stuff in storage is you can make these like very small numbers and like just be like, hey, if it's equal then or less to it, you can do that and it's fine, but it's just easy. It's I'm not gonna worry about it. It's only an occasional thing that happens. So how many radars does this hold? 50. Okay. So we can say, hey, that equals 50. And we'll just put in the other 2 items, 2 more item counts. We're going to say, hey, you're also going to be substations equals, and you're going to be roboports equals, and it can hold 250 substations and 20 roboports. So 250 and 20. And these all need to be ands. And it's very happy, and that should function properly. So whenever this fills up, it'll go, and it'll continue, and it'll start constructing all of this. So, and obviously now it'll build out this thing, and obviously this will take a little bit of a while. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set out. I'm just going to give these bots lots of stuff to do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to make a 9x9 grid array. Oops, it does, going down is kind of hard, I will say. Yeah, that's what we want. With my screen resolution, it's very exact how you make this work. And of course, when an autosave comes and it messes up where everything is, alright, cool. We'll do above. And this array is built with vanilla radars in mind, and it contains radars, and honestly we'll have a bunch of redundant radars up here, but it'll be fine. Like, honestly, like, This raider we can probably take out. This raider we can probably take out. This one we can take out. This one we can take out. And this one down. Just because we don't need them. Fun fact. So it'll take a little bit while because we're still waiting on things like batteries because it's like our petroleum's not doing great. Let's do petroleum before we sign off for this episode. Stream's not ending, just the episode's ending. Because the petroleum situation is something that is an issue. So let's figure out. So what's your problem? You have plenty of light oil. You have plenty of light oil. We essentially just need more light oil cracking. And that's easy enough to fix. So what we're going to do is we're going to temporarily unplug you. We're going to add you temporarily for purposes. And we're just going to actually like make this stay right there. And we will plop you down. And it's gonna be all on. Oh, I also forgot one of the other ones. But it's gonna yell at us and be like, "Hey, we don't have water." But now you have water. Alright, so now we can crack light oil much faster. And I'm so scared to play this. I know I'll get addicted. That is a valid fear. Not gonna lie. That's super valid. Right, but now we're gonna crank through that light oil a lot faster, which allows these to run because it won't be like, hey, we don't have enough room for all light oil, and it's not gonna solve all of our petroleum issues, but it'll help. It'll help a fair bit. Because vanilla use a lot of petroleum. And yeah, no, all these are looking a lot better. Could honestly probably use some more battery machines. Let's just do that right now. Boop. Doot. 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 And we'll just go all the way down to and that should hopefully help our accumulator progress. And we're all building here and stuff like that, whatnot. And yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. And next time we're gonna check out what the next stage is and set up the next stage. And while our power issue isn't solved, it's coming its way. Also, before I forget, let us take a bunch more construction robots to finish it off, because we need more construction robots. Because I only dropped off like 100 there. And also we can say like, hey, clear, like, oops, that's the wrong clear. That's not the one I want on. Clear all of this debris. Like we don't need any of that there. I miss Bob's mods, because, like, Bob's mods trains, because, like, the tier 2 trains go so fast. Yeah, okay, so you're there, and we're just gonna say, hey, here's some friends. Yeah, oh, and put a roboport back, and that would cause a problem. Oops, that's not what we want to do. That's the wrong place for a roboport. We'll just say, hey, roboports, you can go there. And yeah, so I am now going to, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a short restroom break, and I'll see you in the next episode.